welcome back to my channel. So I've been a little MIA lately. Usually I upload a video a lot faster than what I have been doing. This past month, like on the 3rd was my birthday. I turned 25 years old and I went out with some friends. My best friend, I went out with her and I had a really good time. And then after that, I ended up getting sick. I had a really bad cold. I was coughing, sneezing, and I just had a really bad runny nose. My throat was sore. And then the other day I was throwing up. I don't know if it was because of food poisoning or if it had something to do with this cold. Maybe I was coming down with the flu. But yeah, so I've been resting and getting better. Today I feel a whole lot better. I don't know if my voice sounds a little bit like I'm sick still, but I'm able to talk, I'm fine. I did have a little bit of a sore throat and cough, so maybe my voice might sound a little bit off today, but I'm hoping the camera didn't pick that up. I hope I sound normal and healthy. So yeah, today in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I've been doing my eyebrows lately. And a lot of you guys have been asking me how I've been doing them and what I've been using for my brows. A lot of the time in my videos, I've been skipping through them just because for the sake of the video, I don't want it to be too long. So usually I'll just go ahead and like go off camera, do my brows real quick and then come off, just because I don't want my videos to be too long. Now I can refer you guys to this video whenever I do my makeup looks. That way you guys can see how I do my brows. And I feel like this is gonna help a lot of you out that don't know how to fill in your eyebrows, especially with harsher products like Pomade. Usually if I want a more natural eyebrow look, I'll go ahead and just use a pencil to define them. I did in my last video, I did of my grooming and waxing eyebrow tutorial. This one is gonna be a lot different because I'm gonna actually define my brows a lot more harsher. I like them this way. Lately, when I have a full face glam look, I like having them a little bit harsher. But whenever I just want to run out the door and not really have a full face on, I'll go ahead and just keep it simple with the pencil and have them natural looking. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this eyebrow look, then please keep on watching and I hope you guys learned something today. Look how insane I look without my eyebrows done and a full face of makeup. Like, I look weird. This is why it is so important to fill in your brows when you have a full face of makeup. It just really makes a difference. And I don't know, it just looks weird without it. Like, I can't believe like back then I used to wear a full face of makeup and I never used to fill in my brows just because I was like, oh, I don't need to. My eyebrows are really thick, but look how light they are. Like, it looks really funny. So for the first product, I like to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. And this is in the shade medium brown. And what I like to do first is I like to kind of outline and draw little hair like strokes. And then after that, I will go in with the pomade. But first, I like to take this and then just kind of give me a guide before I put the pomade. Because once you put that pomade, especially the Anastasia one, it's going to stay there. Like, it's gonna be really hard to take off. You would have to like wipe your whole eyebrow off with like a makeup remover wipe, and it would like mess up your makeup. So I like to outline first, that way I have a guide to follow. And I'll go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see better. And then don't worry about getting out of the line because later on we're gonna clean it up with concealer. You're gonna just want to draw like little strokes, kind of go in the direction your hair grows. Like in the front, mine grow up. So I'm just kind of like flicking it up, and then just very lightly creating that front shape. I don't like to go too harsh in the front because I like it to be like a gradual fade. And then also I like to take the spoolie and then I like to just diffuse any lines. This is going to just brush out and kind of give you that natural look. So say if you draw a line too harsh, this will diffuse it and just kind of break it down a little bit. Sometimes I like to just leave it like this with just a pencil. I'll go in and like define it a little bit more. So now this is how I get a more defined brow. I use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. And this is in the shade Soft Brown. They run a little bit darker, so I would usually go like one shade darker because I don't want them so dark. I mean, unless you have really, really dark hair, I would say go for like a lighter brown because they do come off really dark. And this is the shade that I chose. And I feel like it matches perfectly. And then you're going to want to use a angled brush. This is the angle brush that I use. This is a brush that I got from school. This is a Michael Vincent brush, the name of the school that I went to. And you can find a angled brush through any brush carrier like Morphe or Sigma or Luxie. You can pretty much find an angle brush anywhere. You can even go to the drugstore and find an angle brush. Or you can use the Anastasia angled brush. I don't have that one, but I have been wanting to get it because a lot of people said that it was really good. But the brush I have works really well, so that's why I never really picked up another brush. And what I like to do is I like to grab a little bit of product and make sure that you close this right away because you don't want it to dry out. I heard stories of this drying out fast if you don't put the lid back on top. So what I like to do is just scoop out a little bit, put the lid on top so that way it doesn't dry out. And then I like to just put it on the back of my hand. Or you can use the lid, but like I said, I like to close the lid right away so it doesn't dry out. So I just take a little bit and I just kind of take off any of the excess because you want to use a little bit of product at a time because it does get really intense. And then we're going to zoom in on the brow. And I like to start from the middle and then work my way to the ends. And then I will go forward after I'm done with the ends. And then, like I said, don't worry about getting out of the lines. I mean, try to make it as best as you can. But if you do end up going a little bit out the line or anything, we can always clean it up with concealer. That's what I usually do if I have a little mess up. And then just slowly work your way forward. And then in the front, I still kind of like flick it up. Very lightly. And then I also like to take that spoolie and brush through, making sure everything is nice and blended. Especially the front, I like that gradual fade, so I'll do more in the front. That way it looks like it just fades perfectly into a darker end. Then any little pieces that you see, like any pieces that you see that need to be filled in, just kind of go back in and fill it in. I grabbed like a little bit more pomade and put it on the back of my hand. But just take a little bit of product at a time. You don't have to like take a lot, and then they will look way too harsh, so you just want to take a little bit at a time. And then again with the spoolie. Spoolie. That is the difference. This one's a little bit more natural. I know I need to clean up under there, but that looks a little more natural. And usually if I just want it natural, I still will go in and clean up under the brow and on top with concealer. It just makes it look really neat and defined. And then this is filled in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Now that I have my eyebrows filled in, what I like to do is go in with concealer. This is the Tarte Tape Shape. I put a little dot on the back of my hand, and I just use a little bit of product with that. And what we're gonna do is we're going to carve these eyebrows out. And this is what's gonna make your eyebrows look really neat and defined and really sharp. So go ahead and take any flat synthetic brush. I just use this little tiny small one, and I dip it into the concealer and I go ahead and carve the brows. Then I just take a small blending brush and we're going to just blend this out. This just kind of diffuses that line, and see, it gives like a really nice sharp definition. And the same thing on the top. I just kind of push in on top. I don't really like to rub the top too much because I don't want to like rub off any foundation. I just kind of press little, like a little tapping motion, and it blends it in really nicely. So there's that brow, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. So the last thing I like to do for my brows is I like to put a little bit of gel on them. You can use a clear eyebrow gel, a clear mascara gel, or you can use a tinted gel. And this one is from Benefit. This is just a little sample that I got from Ulta, and it is the Gimme Brow, and it is a brow volumizing fiber gel. And this is just a sample, like I said. The full size is a lot bigger and the packaging is shiny. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use this sample up, because I mean, who doesn't use samples? And I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on, and this is going to lock your brows in place. The gel really holds all of your hairs in place, and it just looks super neat and clean. Especially on the ends of my eyebrows right here. It keeps them locked in place. And then I just like to comb the front up. They just look really groomed and nice with a brow gel. The only thing about this sample is that the brush is so tiny, but it gets the job done. And I like a tinted brow gel. I mean, I do use clear sometimes, But the good thing about a tinted one is that it still kind of fills in that brow as well. Just looks super clean and neat. And there you have it. The brows are complete. I love a good brow. A good defined brow is just life. It brings the whole look together. I just feel weird without doing my brows whenever I have a full face of makeup on. If I don't have a full face of makeup on, or if I go for more of a natural look, I'll just go ahead and use the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil, fill them in real quick, and I'm out the door. But when I really want a full face glam look, I go for the pomade and just kind of make them a little bit more defined and a little bit thicker looking and a little bit darker. I know a lot of you guys might think this is way too harsh for you, but give it a try. If you don't like it, I mean, you can always go back to just using a pencil, or you can just use a brow powder. I used to use the pencil and the brow powder as well because I didn't want it to be so harsh. But go ahead and give it a try. Use a pomade, you might like it. And if not, at least you tried. But I just really wanted to show you guys how I've been doing my brows lately, because in my recent videos I've just been skipping along for the sake of the video, trying not to make them too long. So now I can refer to you guys to this video if you guys want to see how I create my eyebrows. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you want to see any more how-to videos. I'll be more than happy to make more videos on how to do things, just little tutorials. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that, and that is it for these brows. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video really helped you guys out, and until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.